Hello, my name is Tommy Pile, and today I am presenting on a marketing plan for providing pharmaceutical services to a nursing home or nursing homes in southern Georgia. This is part of a marketing plan project for Dr. Willis's course at Marshall University, Healthcare Marketing 655. So what we are trying to accomplish here is to position Tommy's Pharmacy to secure a contract for nursing homes in southern Georgia. That it really is a larger regional nursing home organization. Has about 10 facilities, and the strategy we're going to use for this marketing plan is a targeted relationship-based marketing approach. And the reason being is our pharmacy is a locally owned pharmacy, and this regionally owned nursing home organization is based nearby. So we are able to position ourselves to market directly to the executive team for that organization. So we'll highlight things like our local advantage, our track record in managing other nursing homes, and then also our personalized service that we provide. And what we hope to accomplish is to establish that Tommy's Pharmacy is the preferred pharmacy partner, and this will ultimately drive long-term revenue growth. So who are we? So we are an independently owned, family-owned pharmacy with over 15 years serving long-term care facilities. We are a third-generation pharmacy. We have been in operation for over 70 years. And in that time frame, we predominantly served the community as a traditional pharmacy. However, about 15 years ago, we began to expand to independent nursing home facilities in our area. So we have, within our book of business, we have about 5 nursing home facilities that we serve. We are located in southern Georgia in the town square, and we serve the community, and we also serve those 5 nursing homes. So we are local, we are responsive, and we offer proactive support. So we are a small operation that provides local, personalized care to the patients that we serve. We do have expertise in geriatric and chronic disease. We offer medication therapy management services, immunization, point-of-care testing, and we also have board-certified geriatric pharmacists in our pharmacy. We also have a proven track record of improving outcomes, which is something that we really hang our hat on. We've improved operations in the facilities that we've touched, and we've helped them reduce costs. So those are things that we can highlight within our marketing plan to the executive team at the nursing home facility. So this is just a sample of what we can sort of present to that executive team. We are Tommy's Pharmacy. We can be your trusted pharmacy partner in long-term care. We are reliable, we are responsive, and we are resident focused. And we can tailor pharmaceutical solutions to your 10 facilities. Doing a brief analysis of what facilities they have within their organization. Some of them are smaller facilities, more rurally focused, and some of those are in larger areas. So we really have to highlight that we can tailor our pharmaceutical solutions to each of the 10 facilities. The larger facilities may need more services, and then the rural facilities may not need quite as many Pyxis machines and things like that. So we need to be able to tailor the pharmaceutical solution to those 10 facilities. We need to highlight that we understand the pressures you face. Also, being located in southern Georgia, we have a vested interest in the community that we serve. So that would position us such that we are better suited to understand the challenges they face in comparison to, say, Omnicare and some of these larger chain-based long-term care partners. So we hope to take medication management worry off of your list. So what are our objectives and goals? So we are going to make a commitment to the organization First, we're going to build strong relationships with the decision makers. So, ultimately the decisions will be made by the executive team of that organization, but we really need to be boots on the ground, talking to directors of nursing, talking to the administrators at each facility, and also to medical directors when available. We need to deliver measurable medication cost savings. The name of the game is saving money. Although we are a smaller operation, we can't offer maybe quite as much discount as, say, a regional chain due to economies of scale. What we can do is we can provide personalized approach, provide personalized service, and be available and responsive to the needs of each facility. Also, we need to talk about how we can improve patient outcomes via medication management. We do have specialized geriatric pharmacists who are board certified in geriatrics, who already provide consultative services to 5 of our facilities. So we are able to provide good care to these facilities. Also, we need to highlight our track record of full regulatory compliance. We have not had any issues with the regulatory bodies of these nursing home facilities, and then also deliver unmatched customer service. We're a small operation, personalized service. We could come and meet with you, talk to you, ease your mind, whereas maybe these larger operations and these larger chains can't do. So what are our objectives? We will secure a contract with a 10-facility nursing home group, build executive relationships with that organization, and we will demonstrate regulatory excellence and cost effectiveness. And ultimately, we will differentiate Tommy's Pharmacy as a responsive, patient-focused provider. So about the facilities, the organization is called Sunshine Nursing. It's like a nursing home, but better. Sunshine Nursing operates 10 long-term care facilities across southern Georgia. The facilities are stratified based upon the levels of care that they provide, and also by location and size. So this organization is committed to delivering compassionate, resident-based, resident-centered care. And we need to have a strong understanding of what each facility would need in order to effectively budget for the services when we make our proposal. So what they have currently, they have 2 advanced care centers, they have 2 basic rural facilities, and then they have 6 standard long-term care facilities. Each of these will require different levels of care, different levels of service. They are all within a 2.5-hour window of one another. So the advantage is we could probably have one pharmacist who serves these facilities as a consultant pharmacist, and the delivery it should be manageable within that 2-hour drive time. So looking at the SWOT analysis of our pharmacy, we have local service. We already provide long-term care services to 5 facilities, so we have long-term care expertise, and we have personal relationships with the administrators at each facility, which could serve us well, and they could vouch for us with this larger contract acquisition. Some weaknesses: we are smaller. We are located in Town Square. We are not a national organization. We can't serve patients maybe at rock bottom pricing because we don't obtain pharmaceuticals at the same discount that these larger facilities do. And we also have limited tech infrastructure, so we are trying to drive technological advances, but currently we don't have maybe the best technology. Some opportunities. If we continue, if we obtain this contract, it will position us as one of the leaders in Georgia for long-term care, and this could snowball into regional growth. And then, the current pharmacy services that they have at that facility, from what I understand, they are dissatisfied with the current providers. So, this is up for grabs to the pharmacy that puts together a strong proposal. So this is why it's really critical that we market this as such, because this is a big opportunity for our pharmacy. Some threats: we have chain pharmacy competition. Omnicare is the biggest competition that we face, and then also pricing pressure. Pricing pressure is something that we can't avoid just due to our scale, but as we scale up, we can hopefully negotiate smaller discounts with our wholesalers. So that's the ultimate goal, is we will continue to grow, and we'll be able to offer some discounts as we do. So what marketing strategies, what marketing tactics do we have? So first, this is a regional operation. So, and they're located within 45 minutes of our pharmacy. So personal meetings will be really critical to establish and fortify the relationships with the key decision makers of that executive team. We need to present testimonials of the current pharmacy or the current long-term care facilities that we serve. So we'll have to tap into the administrators at those facilities to vouch for the services that we provide. Recommendation letters, maybe meetups with those individuals could provide maybe some context of satisfaction. And then also provide customized, tailored services. So I mentioned, they have various levels of care within their book, and we need to provide customized, tailored services to each facility based upon the needs that they have. And then we need to host on-site educational sessions for the staff. So, so they're able to troubleshoot when they don't have a medication in stock. We can work with them in making sure that we're able to provide services quickly, effectively, and they know who we are. So that's our marketing strategy. They know who we are. They know where we're located. They know how to get in touch with us. There's no jumping through hoops. There's no automated phone system when they call us. They call Tommy's Pharmacy and they speak to Tommy, the great-grandson of the owner of the original owner of the pharmacy. So we can provide that care and that level of service that the regional and national chains cannot. So the segment is the regional long-term care operators in southern Georgia, and the decision makers are the directors of nursing, C-suite administrators. Ultimately, the C-suite makes the final say, so that's where most of our marketing will take place. But, all the spokes of the wheel need to be touched, directors of nursing, administrators, because they provide feedback to that C-suite. So, we can't just obtain this contract and then stop marketing. Marketing is going to be an ongoing process to ensure that, they are satisfied with the services that we provide. Our positioning, the local partner who cares like you do. We have a vested interest in this community. So that means that we have to convey that to the leadership and convey that to each facility. Because we are local, because some of the patients that we serve end up becoming residents of these facilities, we care about this community, and we need to be able to convey that to the leadership team. Messaging, big chain capabilities with small town service. Ultimately, we provide medications, and we provide it in a personalized way. We have the capabilities of big chain, but we have the small town service. So just some sales and financial projections in order to effectively determine what our marketing budget will be for this. So the average census per facility is about 90 residents. They have 10 facilities, so about 900 residents. Average RX spend per resident is about $400 a month. So gross revenue, we're looking at $360,000. Drug acquisition for this will be about 15%. Dispensing and operations 5%. Delivery and logistics 15,000. And then we have clinical services and consulting. So we will likely have to hire a pharmacist to manage this. The pharmacists that we have currently, provide dispensing services within the pharmacy, and then they're able to manage our 5 facilities on the side. However, because this will be a huge contract for us, it would require probably 2 days in each facility for the clinical pharmacist. So that will be key. We'll have to hire or transition one of our current pharmacists to this operation. So that's really important. And then our net operating margin, net $36,000. So big contract for us. So we need to put forth the effort and present a good proposal to that executive team. All right, so this is the marketing budget I've put together for this. Number one is relationship building. This is a locally regional operation. So we need to be boots on the ground, in-person meetings, lunch and learns, appreciation events with key staff. So this would require us to first get foot in the door, which we already have done that. They've reached out to us, but we need to be able to market this, market our home. We need to probably revamp some of our professional branding materials. It's been a while since we've had to market to a long-term care facility, so we need to retouch what we have, update, custom leave behind folders, brochures. Also, digital. Digital is really important. We can do some geofencing ads around sunshine locations. That will be a good touch point for those, those rural areas, because we may not be able to be boots on the ground in those further locations so frequently. But if they're getting advertisements on their phones about our services, that will give them peace of mind if the executive team decides to go with our pharmacy. They see us on their devices. I think that would give them peace of mind, knowing that we are not just serving them, but we're serving other folks as well. Our referral incentive program, so we can talk to local providers or executives who prefer refer. We can do a referral incentive program. That's something we can put together. And then also educational outreach. So CE events, webinars for staff, in-services. So, those clinical pharmacists that we send to these facilities can use CE and in-services to show that we are in the facility. We are providing up-to-date information to them, and they could be a face for us out in the field. And then we need a CRM to manage this, so about $1,000 a month for that. So, ultimately that would bring us to about $14,000. It sounds like a lot of money, but if you think about this contract, within 1 month that would get us to break even. This could be a multi-month marketing strategy. But this is our all-in marketing budget for this. So, if and when we obtain this contract, it will be a quick turnaround and break even. So we really want to build trust, and we really want to demonstrate expertise through the high-touch in-person and virtual engagement. We want to customize communication, so we need to develop slide decks, develop handouts, develop talking points for each of the specialty facilities, because the needs that they have are different than the needs that maybe a more basic facility would have. And then we need to showcase the differentiators. So we have board certified geriatric pharmacists on our staff. So we have enhanced clinical consulting. Our costs are transparent, which is very rare in today's market. Our costs are transparent, so we need to showcase that. And then resident care coordination as well is really key in this. So 90 days to Sunshine Nursing Homes. So these are the 3 phases. Phase 1, we're talking about relationships, and that's when we schedule meetings with the leadership. We've heard that this contract is up for negotiation, up for bid, so we need to schedule meetings. We need to be boots on the ground. We need to send our entire leadership team to these facilities to make a strong case for our pharmacy. We need to conduct those site visits, and we need to tailor the presentations. So, ultimately it is the C-suite who will make this decision, but we need to be making the case at these other facilities as well, because although the facilities aren't making the ultimate decision, they will have some say. There will be some feedback and some conversation. So if we are strategically talking to these folks, this will better help our case. We could do this through lunch and learns. These advanced care facilities, they are a little bit larger, so we can sort of focus in on those facilities. Direct mail, follow-up phone calls, put all of this together, put together a strong schedule of how that will be. We don't want to bombard them with mail and phone calls, but if we time this right, I think that we can land this. And then, day 1, we need to start the geofencing digital ads. So that will be really critical. Phase 2 is engagement and education. So at that point, we will begin offering CE events and webinars for nursing and admin staff, obviously focusing on medication safety, pharmaceutical care, medication administration, those types of things. That will be key. Launch the referral incentive program for the local provider network, and then publish success stories from similar long-term care partnerships. So, phase 1 is a relationship. Phase 2 is engagement and education. I believe that the testimonials of those current long-term care facilities that we have will be really key in helping the executive team for Sunshine Nursing to make this decision to go with us. And then finally, conversion and onboarding, and that will be beginning of month 3. We'll begin to pilot the service or contract at 1 to 2 homes, hopefully. Ideally, we would get all the homes, but if they aren't sure about our services, we can try to breach the market at 1 to 2 homes. And then we need to provide a clinical review and medication cost analysis to the leadership team, so they can see not only are we providing cost-effective care, but we are also providing good clinical services. So that's key. And then we could start phased onboarding across all 10 facilities, and then finally conduct satisfaction surveys and feedback loops. So, the marketing does not stop once we obtain this contract. The marketing is ongoing, so we need to continue this marketing plan in order to effectively not only obtain this contract, but keep this contract. So how will we be successful? Ideally, we would have the contract secured within 6 months. The phased rollout is best case scenario, but success will be measured at the 6-month mark. We'll have 90% satisfaction from those post-implementation surveys and ongoing surveys we have. A 20% improvement in adherence and medication management metrics. We don't know where they stand day 1. We could try to obtain those metrics from the previous vendor, but we can set a benchmark from where we stand day 1 and then continue moving forward. And then finally, quarterly performance reviews with the client for continuous improvement. So, that is part of our personalized touch that we provide. We will have our performance reviews. We will be in person for these because we are a locally owned, locally operated, personalized service type of pharmacy. So these will be in person at the corporate office. And this is part of what we will present to them. We are understanding your needs. We are not just a vendor, but we are a partner. Delayed medication delivery, that disrupts care. And we are local. We are able to come to your facility within that 2-hour window. Compliance risk due to poor documentation and support is really a big part of this. We have an outstanding track record with the facilities that we provide care to now, so we need to highlight that. We have a limited service personalization from national chains, so we can do that. And then we have budget pressures that require cost-effective solutions as well. So all of these things play into, we understand your struggles. We have struggles of our own, but we are a local, personalized pharmacy operation that can take care of you. What sets us apart? We have board-certified geriatric trained pharmacists. We have cycle fill and med pass alignment. We have a 98% on-time delivery, which is pretty much unheard of in this market. We have specialized packaging to reduce med errors, and we do in-services for that. So, we will help the nursing staff understand our packaging better to better provide safe medication passes and safe medication administration. We have proactive DME and formulary support, so we will help manage the formulary they have, make sure that the formulary is cost effective, the substitutions are therapeutic equivalents. And then we'll have a dedicated account manager. So the dedicated account manager will be one of our technicians that we are promoting. The dedicated account manager is someone who will really be critical in the day-to-day operations and point of contact for this facility. And that is all I had. Thank you very much. And hopefully we obtain that contract. Thank you.